Hello everyone, welcome to MSFT webcast. In this video guide, we are going to see the steps to create certificate signing request, also known as a CSR in Windows Server 2019 IIS. We will use our local certification authority to get SSL certificate for our IIS web server using that CSR request file. Later on, we will also take a look at the steps to install SSL certificate on our local IIS website. Remember, this is the test environment created in VirtualBox, so you can have an idea about the configuration steps. For this demo, we have two Windows Server 2019 virtual machines. One is our domain controller with the host name ws2k19-dc01. We have a single domain Active Directory forest name mylab.local, and this is the root domain controller of our mylab.local domain. On this server, already we have installed and configured Enterprise Root Certificate Authority with CA Web Enrollment Service, which you can verify from here. Let me show you that Certification Authority Management Console as well. Fine. So we have a ADCS up and running in our domain. Let me show you one more thing on our DNS manager. Here already I have created one alias record for FQDN www.mylab.local, and this FQDN is aliased with FQDN ws2k19-is01.mylab.local. This is the host name of our member server. So let's go to that member server. This is our member server with the host name ws2k19-iis01. This server is also part of our Active Directory domain mylab.local with the IP address 172.18.72.6. On this server, already I have installed IIS web service. So let's open our internal test website. Let's open web browser and let's specify URL http://www.mylab.local. Let's press enter key. Fine, as you can see, we can access the default web page of IIS server. So first we want to generate CSR file using Internet Information Services Management Console. So on this server, means on our ws2k19-is01 server, I'm going to click on Tools and click on Internet Information Services Manager. That will open IIS Manager Console. Let's maximize it. Let's click on server name. And here, let's double click on server certificates. If you have any existing server certificate available on your server, that time it will display here. But as of now, we don't have any certificate yet. So let's create certificate signing request. And for that, we need to click on this link, create certificate request. Once you click on that link, that will start a new wizard for request a certificate. Now here, we need to specify the common name for this certificate. Remember, in common name, generally we specify the FQDN or URL of your website for which you are planning to use the certificate. In my case, definitely the common name will be www.mylab.local. So we are in a test environment, and that's why I'm going to give a common name like this, www.mylab.local. But definitely in other cases, this common name will be the public URL of your website. Next, we need to specify the organization. In organization field, generally we specify the business name of our company or organization. For my demo, I'm going to give name MSFT Webcast. Next, we have an organizational unit. This field is used to specify different divisions within an organization, such as IT or HR. So in this demo, we are going to specify IT. In this field, we can specify the name of the city in which your organization is registered or located. Next is state, and here we have to select country or region. I'm in India, so I'm going to specify IN because that is the country code for India. Now once you specify all the details, then click on next button. Here it is asking us to specify cryptographic service provider. We are going to use the default one, but we definitely want to change the bit length. Let's click on this drop down menu and select 4096 bit. Let's click on next. Here it is asking us to specify the file name for this certificate request. Let's click on this three dot to specify the location with the name as well. I'm going to store on desktop. So let's select desktop and then I'm going to specify the name. Here I'm giving name CSR1. Let's click on open. So location is there, c:/users/administrator.mylab/desktop/csr1.txt. Let's click on finish. It will take a few seconds to generate that file. Now let's minimize this console. Let's minimize this. And here we have our CSR file. Let's double click on it. And here some text is written that we are not able to understand. Let's close it. So step 1 is completed. We have successfully generated CSR file. Now we are going to use a local certification authority to get a certificate by using this CSR request file. So let's go back to our web browser, and here I'm going to specify the URL of our internal certification authority web enrollment service. This is the URL http://ws2k19-dc01.mylab.local/certsrv. Let's press enter key. Definitely it is going to ask for the user credential. Let's specify the credential of our domain admin and then click on OK button. So in case of public certification authority, you have to mail them that CSR file, and based on that CSR file, they will send you the certificate. Okay, here we are going to request a new certificate. So let's click on it. Here we need to click on advanced certificate request. And here we have two options, create and submit a request to the CA, but we are going to use the second one, which is submit a certificate request by using a base64 encoded CMC file, which we have. Okay, so this is the file. Fine. Now I'm going to copy this text. I'm going to press Ctrl A key combination. Let's right click here and select copy. Let's go back to web browser. Let's click on this link. We need to paste that code here. So let's right click here and select paste. Once you paste the code, then we need to select the certificate template. In our case, it will be a web server. Fine. We are not going to specify any other attributes. I'm going to click on this submit button. Okay, here a certificate is there. The certificate you requested was issued to you. Let's click on download the certificate. Click on save. Fine. As you can see, the certificate has been successfully downloaded. Let's click on open folder to open download directory. Now we have our certificate. Let's double click on it and click on open. This certificate is issued to www.mylab.local website, and this is issued by our local enterprise root certification authority. Let's verify the same thing on our CA as well. Let's click on issue certificates and let's refresh. Here we can see requester name is there, mylab/administrator, and our certificate template is there, web server. And here that issue common name under, you can find the name is there, www.mylab.local, and other information is also there, issued country, organization name, OU name, city name, and a state name. Fine. So now we have certificate created based on our CSR request file. Our next step is to configure HTTPS on a default website using this SSL certificate. In short, we need to enable IIS to use this certificate and bind to the port TCP 443 for HTTPS connectivity. Let's click on OK. So simply you can click on install certificate and start a wizard to import this certificate inside your personal certificate store, but I'm not going to do that. Let's click on OK. Let's minimize this console. Let's close the web browser. Let's close this file as well, and let's go back to IIS Manager console. Here we need to click on complete certificate request to import that certificate. Let's click on it. Here it is asking us to specify the location of that certificate file. Let's click on this three dots, and our certificate is under download directory. So let's click on download. Let's select the certificate, and here we need to assign the friendly name of this certificate. Here I am giving friendly name SSL cert for www.mylab.local website. We are going to store this certificate inside the personal certificate store. Let's click on OK. So this process will import that certificate inside our certificate store. Fine. Here we can see the certificate is there. If you want to see that certificate inside your certificate store, you can. Let's open MMC console. Let's click on File, Add and Remove Snap-ins, Certificates, Add, Computer Account, Next, Finish, and OK. Let's expand Certificates, expand Personals, and click on Certificates. You can see that certificate is there. Fine. If we click on Details tab, here we can verify other details as well. Like CN is there, www.mylab.local, OU, organization, city, state, and country information. Fine. Here we can verify the public key as well. This is the RSA 4096-bit key. Okay, let's close this. Now it's time to bind this certificate with our website. So let's click on Sites. Let's click on our default website. Click on Bindings. Click on Add. And from type, we need to select HTTPS. Here I'm going to specify the host name, which will be a www.mylab.local. Fine. Now we need to select SSL certificate. Let's click on this drop down menu. And we have only one certificate. If you have a multiple certificate, then you can identify from the friendly name, or you can click on View button to verify this is the certificate. Okay. Let's click on OK button. Fine. Let's click on OK. And then now we have HTTPS enabled on our default website. Let's verify that as well. So let's click on Close. Let's again open Internet Explorer. In a web browser, let's type URL www.mylab.local, but this time with HTTPS. Let's press Enter key. And there we go. Here we have a HTTPS and log symbol is also there. Let's click on it. And here we can verify that this connection to the server is encrypted using this certificate, which is issued by our local enterprise root certification authority. Let's check the same thing on our domain controller as well. Let's open web browser. Let's specify the URL and let's press Enter key. And that's it. Here we can access our website using SSL mode without any problem, and the certificate is also available here. So that's it for this video demonstration. So in this video, we have seen the steps to generate a CSR request file using IIS Manager, then how we can use that CSR file to get a certificate from local certification authority, and then after we have installed that SSL certificate on our default website. In the next video, we will see the steps to create an SSL certificate with subject alternative name for IIS web server. Thank you all for watching this video.